Also, not all altcoins are the same. Some altcoins have already run, and I'll give an example. Chainlink. Chainlink is a very good example of an altcoin that has already run. Okay, this is its bear market consolidation. It spent 500 plus days here and it broke out of that. What does it have to do? It has to retest that bear market consolidation as support. Okay, so if you were to think, oh, altcoins, Dean said altcoins are bullish and they're starting to move, might as well invest in Chainlink or whatever. It's an altcoin, why not? Bad idea, only because here you can clearly see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up, and you can see that it's likely you're going to get 3 waves down, and that you've already sort of put in a big part of that distribution channel, and that at any point is going to break down. And if you measure, I'm just giving an example here with Chainlink, but you can apply this to other altcoins. If you measure this purported 5-wave move, okay, to the orthodox high, which is about here, what do you get? You get a retracement which would hit the top of this bear market accumulation channel at the 0618 almost exactly. Okay, so it's very likely that something like Chainlink is not going to run anymore to the upside until it comes right back down, retest this 520 plus day resistance as support, right? Then you can expect it to go up. So you have to be very careful. Not all altcoins are equal in this regard. Things that have already run, let them be. Okay, what you want to do if you're interested in trying to time markets that have yet to run, just look at their charts. Okay, and this is why we do technical analysis. Let me give you another example. Hello everyone, my name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is December 18th, 2023. And very little has happened in the past few days. I haven't given an update in some time, but I believe that today is relevant, especially for altcoins, right? So if that interests you, then watch until the very end. I'm going to talk about why I believe you should be paying attention if you're interested in altcoins. And you should be paying attention for Bitcoin, although I'm going to show you why Bitcoin may not be doing anything that important. All right, so let's get into it. Let's start off on the daily time frame. As you can see, Bitcoin is still in this corrective pattern. Okay, it's in a corrective pattern, and it's kind of been in the same corrective pattern for some time. And as I said some time ago, we can expect for this to continue at least until about the late January. Okay, why? And that's simple. It's because, according to Elliott wave theory, wave 1 takes about the same amount of time to process as wave 2. Okay, if you're dealing with pure impulsive waves, and this is likely a purely impulsive wave. I've talked about it so many times, I'm not going to rehash that analysis, but it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you got 5 waves up. Okay, so if you get 5 waves up, right, then you should get 3 waves down, taking about the same time as it took to go up 5 waves. That's why if you measure the time it took to come up, which is about 54 days, and you measure the time from our orthodox high around here, and you measure 54 days in the future, you get end of January, which is likely the finishing point of this corrective pattern. Okay, it may be the finishing point, it may be when it's finished consolidating at the bottom and then retracing to, or pumping back up to the top. I'm not exactly sure, but it's approximative. So approximately 54 days, 50 days thereabouts, late January is when I expect Bitcoin to finally come back down to this level, this ever so important $32,000 level, retesting very important resistance as support, right? 250 days of resistance must be retested as support, and that's what Bitcoin would be doing in that case. Okay, and so we don't know exactly how this is going to happen. It's corrective price action, so by virtue of it being corrective, it is capricious, it's unpredictable, it is difficult to predict. But generally speaking, you're likely to get a three-wave move, 1, 2, 3, and those three waves can be dissected into three waves of their own. Okay, so here I have your first three-wave move, your second three-wave move in purple, and then the last one in red. Okay, and so I think, based off of what we're seeing in the charts, that we're on that first three-wave move, that is an A wave, B wave, and then a C wave, right? And so this is our B wave of this initial break of structure going up. And so I'm expecting Bitcoin to head up correctively to this level, back to a high of 46, right? And so basically what you get is you're going to have a range of price action that's distributive. Okay, it's going to go and chop up and down and up and down, and people who may not be chart savvy may think at every instance that it's going up, retesting the tops of this resistance, or the top resistance of this distributive channel, that it's going to break out. Okay, but we know better. Bitcoin's in a no trade zone, it's in a distributive range, and if anything, what you want to do is, when in distribution, when it's a high degree of likelihood that you're in distribution, what you want to do is start selling off, because you don't want to get caught in this, right? If you're long, or if you're even in spot, okay, because that's going to be significant drop, right? So that's basically Bitcoin. Nothing's changed. We're still in that holding pattern, and again, we're not exactly sure how it's going to play out, but typically you get three waves, 1, 2, 3, like that. So that's Bitcoin. Now, why am I saying Bitcoin's not that interesting? It's just doing a lot of what it's been doing, but altcoins you want to pay attention to. And the main reason I'm saying that is because altcoins have yet to break out of their bear market consolidations. Okay, so Bitcoin had 2 bear market consolidations, right? It had a bear market consolidation. This was just a retest of a very elaborate retest of that bear market consolidation. So this I would consider the principal. Sorry about that. This I would consider the principal bear market consolidation for Bitcoin, right here. This inverse head and shoulders that broke out and hit the target that we said it would hit when this formed. It was likely going to hit the technical height of this inverse head and shoulders to the top side, which we got, which is about 45K, and that's where we're at right now. Altcoins, not all altcoins, but many altcoins are still in this area right here. That's why I believe it's a good idea to think in terms of altcoins, but not in terms of Bitcoin, in terms of what is likely to give you some positive price action. Also, not all altcoins are the same. Some altcoins have already run, and I'll give an example. Chainlink is a very good example of an altcoin that has already run. Okay, this is its bear market consolidation. It spent 500 plus days here, and it broke out of that. What does it have to do? It has to retest that bear market consolidation as support. Okay, so if you were to think, oh, altcoins, Dean said altcoins are bullish and, you know, they're starting to move, might as well invest in Chainlink or whatever. It's an altcoin, why not? Bad idea, only because here you can clearly see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up, and you can see that it's likely you're going to get 3 waves down, and that you've already sort of put in a big part of that distribution channel, and that at any point is going to break down. And if you measure, I'm just giving an example here with Chainlink, but you can apply this to other altcoins. If you measure this purported 5-wave move, okay, to the orthodox high, which is about here, what do you get? You get a retracement which would hit the top of this bear market accumulation channel at the 0618 almost exactly. Okay, so it's very likely that something like Chainlink is not going to run anymore to the upside until it comes right back down, retest this 520 plus day resistance as support, right? Then you can expect it to go up. So you have to be very careful. Not all altcoins are equal in this regard. Things that have already run, let them be. Okay, what you want to do if you're interested in trying to, time markets that have yet to run, just look at their charts. Okay, and this is why we do technical analysis. Let me give you another example. Arweave. Okay, this is a good example of something that may very well run. Why? Okay, here you can see the bear market accumulation. Okay, 500 plus days. I'm not going to measure it, but it's a wicked long time. You're in this accumulation going up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Finally, you start going. And what do you have here? Here you have a breakout and a retest. I don't think personally that this retest is finished. Okay, it doesn't seem to be the case. It may be. It may very well be. You may get wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way to this target here, or you may very well just get something like this. Okay, once you retest these long-standing resistances and support, you can expect to get elaborate retests. So that's just an example, just something to be mindful of. But something like Balancer, for instance, this is a really good example of something with a high degree of probability that has yet to run. Why do you know that? Well, if you look at its chart and you pull up a chart with, some decent history, in this one, for instance, you can see this is the bear market accumulation for Balancer right here. You're at the bottom of the bear market accumulation, so you have yet to even hit the top of this channel, much less break out of the channel and come back. Do you see what I mean? So meanwhile, something like Link is all the way here already, but Balancer's all the way here. So you still, if you're interested in something like Balancer, have all of this positive price action to enjoy, right? More potential positive price action to enjoy. I'm gonna give another example. DYDX. Okay, ETH DYDX, it's called. Its official name. This is a good example of something that it's so you see, and I want to illustrate. Not all altcoins are in the same space. They're not all in the same phase of their price action in beginning bull markets, right? Some have begun their bull markets. Others have yet to even think of doing it because they have yet to break out of their consolidation channels. Balancer, for instance, right at the bottom. DYDX, instead of being at the bottom of its bear market consolidation, now it's at the top and it's looking to break out, okay? And so you're going to likely enjoy that breakout, and that breakout is going to yield a retest of this channel. Do you see what I mean? You have to look at each and every one on a case-by-case basis. Don't immediately assume that all altcoins are doing the same thing at the same time. Let's give one last example. Sandbox. Okay, this is a great example of something with a lot of bullish potential. Once again, as you can see, it's very much like Balancer. You had a really long-standing bear market accumulation, right? And this is a very bullish bear market accumulation in the sense that it's down and to the right, and the breakout was up, right? Basically, it's a falling wedge. And so your target of falling wedge is typically the top of the wedge, okay, where I have this green line right here. And so sand is well on its way, breaking up through this channel, targeting this area right here. Do you see how you can read that? And, I think the best way to do these things for these altcoins is on the high time frames because they're so volatile. But yeah, this is why I'm particularly interested in altcoins at this moment in time. And as you can see, for my trading, I have these 4 high leverage positions, ROE, Balancer, DYDX, and REN, because all of these, like, I'm not going to have Link in this, for instance, or Bitcoin, right? Because that's something that's already run. It's in distribution. I'm not expecting too much more to the top, to the upside before the drop. But these have yet to catch up, so these interest me in terms of long positions. All right, so that's just I don't do that too often, but I thought it would be helpful to just talk about particular altcoins and what I'm seeing in their charts and why I'm seeing that. Okay, let me fix this chart real quick. Sorry, guys. If you're getting value, please like, share, and subscribe. I am now looking at the total 2, which is the aggregate chart for all altcoins. Let's go on the daily time frame. And what does it look like? Well, this is not Balancer, right? Because Balancer, for instance, is at the bottom of this bear market accumulation. It's more like Sandbox, which is at the top, right? Just breaking out of this bear market accumulation, and it's, as a result, targeting this top $1 trillion mark. So that is still in play. I know I've been talking about it for quite some time, but it's still in play, and you can see that really clearly. Let's zoom in really quickly here. You can see quite nicely. You've come up, you consolidated, you came up more, you're retesting this consolidation's resistance level as support. And now this looks like a breakout. Okay, that breakout may very well go straight to $1 trillion. Okay, again, this is an aggregate chart. If you're wanting to know which altcoins, people ask me all the time, which altcoins should I invest in? Really depends about what you're talking about, when you're talking about it. And these aggregate charts give you a decent idea for what the general trend is in the altcoin space, but you always want to consult individual charts for the assets that you're interested in. Last but not least, let's have a quick peek at Bitcoin dominance. What do we want to see with Bitcoin dominance? Remember what Bitcoin dominance is. It's a measure of Bitcoin's the dominance or the force that Bitcoin has within the total cryptocurrency space. Okay, and Bitcoin dominance going up means Bitcoin is killing, and basically it comprises the majority of cryptocurrency's market cap, and it's going up, right? Meaning if Bitcoin's going up, other things are not going up as much as Bitcoin, or Bitcoin's going down, other things are going down much more than Bitcoin. What we want to see when we're looking at altcoins in a bullish context is Bitcoin dominance coming down. And as you can see, for quite some time, Bitcoin dominance has gone up. Meaning altcoins have not yet been generally a good buy. But this evidence of a break of structure, evidence of an impending move down, correcting this, right? And actually, more than just correcting this, making a swing failure on this, because if you zoom out, you realize that all of this is corrective. And so basically what you're going to get is a move all the way down here. That is a mega altcoin season. That is altcoin season like you've never seen it before. So Bitcoin dominance is going down in the aggregate on the high time frames. On the small time frames, it is as well. This is what you want to see before you start calling for altcoins moving. You want to see Bitcoin dominance going down, and we're on the 4-hourly time frame here. What do we see? We see that our stochastic RSI momentum indicator is completely overbought. We see that our chart is showing us a strong level of resistance here with these doji wicks right here on the 4-hourly time frame, basically making a double top right here. So this looks good. I'm confident in calling for an altcoin move, right? A general altcoin pump right now. So that is why I'm making this update. Not necessarily because Bitcoin's going back to 45. That's nothing to really write home about. But altcoins, especially those that are still at the bottom of their bear market consolidations, just about to break the resistance, the top resistance of their bear market consolidations, those are very, very interesting. And they may very well give gains as they haven't given in a very long time. Guys, that's it for me. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was useful. Like, share, and subscribe if you got value, and I'll see you next time. Take care.